You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hey, what's going on, Conroe? Good afternoon today.
Hello? Oh, I can hear myself. Go ahead.
He can hear himself. He's been struggling with that lately.
I have.
You should hear this guy try to talk to himself
Hey,
walking down the
introduction,
downtown
please.
streets of
Introduction.
Conroe. We are YPC, Young Professionals of Conroe. This is Son Chang and Taylor Coburn coming to you live Fridays at Son
Noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM Lone Star Radio.
I want to take a minute to pause and appreciate those numbers. Say them again.
Hey, 104.5 and 106.1 FM.
How's your day been going, Son?
Man, my day has been amazing. This week has been great. Nothing but movement, not stagnant. Man, there's a lot of rough patches, but you know what? I'm glad that I'm traveling forward. How about you? How was your day and how's your week?
It's been the same, man. It has been the same.
Tell
a
me
lot
what's-
of movement, a
There
lot
you
of
go.
going forward. We had a lot of family stuff going on and personal stuff, as we mentioned last week. It's been so nice to play the game of catch up. And
Hold on, let's take a moment and let's have a moment of silence, please. Okay, if you guys have not noticed, look at Taylor. He has nothing on his arm anymore.
I don't. I had my skin graft done. It's looking good. And then everything else, I mean, I can only get so far. What is that?
Who is
What was
calling me
that?
right now? My
Who did
goodness, I'm
tur-
about to put this person on blast. Let's see who
Where's
this
your-
one. Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Son?
Speaking, who's this?
This is Amber. Taylor gave me your information.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's for you. We're both at fault here. Networking. That's what we're doing.
Let me call you.
No. Go ahead and talk to her.
You
This is
sure?
what YPC is all about. Young entrepreneurs reaching out to one another, marketing and networking.
Hey, I will call you right after the show, okay? Yes, we are.
Hi, Amber.
Taylor's here too. All right, later.
Get rid of your gum.
I cannot believe
I hear you just.
Hey, that's smack though. Okay, anyway, let me swallow real quick. Anyway, Taylor, what's wrong with you giving somebody my number?
You said you needed some stuff done.
I didn't know she was gonna call me right away.
That's how that. She's a good businesswoman. Bam for your gum.
Achoo!
That was gross. That was gross.
Let me make it in.
Y'all saw that, right? Everybody saw that. That
All right,
was
guys.
slobber.
Okay, guys, let's take a moment to appreciate Taylor's right arm. He got it back with.
Did, and it's looking all right.
It looks
It's
good.
Not bad.
It looks like a cow.
It looks like I got a case of alopecia.
Yeah. Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. No, you don't.
I don't.
Either way, hey, your arms look
I
good.
apologize.
Hey,
I meant no offense by that.
Let's be thankful that you didn't lose an arm
I didn't lose an arm or a face.
or a face or your right
I got
side.
a beautiful haircut.
Oh,
by-
big shout out to Galindo.
Galindo's
Let's take a
Barbershop.
minute to
Appreciate the haircuts.
appreciate
My
the
hair's
haircut.
all matted down.
Big shout out to
It's
Zach.
all right here. Yes,
Appreciate,
Galindo's Barbershop.
JoJo, who
Andrew.
gave me a fresh cut. Maybe, I
Drew,
think last
Drew.
week. Dick needs to go see Galindo
this week?
and get a nice fade. Hey, don't give me that look. He will go see Galindo. It's not a man. It's the experience.
What's
when you
going
go
on
there.
in Conroe this week, son?
What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Tomorrow we got Saturday. Saturday is tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. I don't know much going on. Do you know much going on? Anything?
I don't.
I'll tell you what's going on.
I've been so caught up with work
I'll tell you what's going on.
and networking.
All right. I'll tell you what's coming up. Just to let you guys know, be ready, be prepared for a farmer's market every Saturday in the month of April. Every Saturday, there's going to be a farmer's
Boom.
market.
Where?
Here at the Founders Plaza parking lot. Right here.
Where?
Right here. Founders Plaza or Founders...
People don't know where you're pointing. Founders Plaza, that's right. It's going to be at Founders Plaza, that direction.
That direction right there. If you see my hand, it's right there where the Owens Theater, that parking lot right there. Is it the jury's parking lot?
Park in the jury parking lot, and Founders Plaza is going to be right there on the corner across.
Hold on, don't park there. That's where the farmers market is going to be at. Vendors going to be set up there.
In the park?
In the parking lot.
Plaza? Or in the parking lot?
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot right there?
No, right here. Where's it? That parking lot
That
right
parking
there.
lot back there?
Yes.
So what's going on in the plaza?
That's the farmers market.
In the plaza?
There's going to be set up in the parking lot. Stop confusing me. Man, what the? I don't like you.
You love me.
I can't believe you did that.
Also, everybody, I'm doing a yoga en Eldoa, which is spinal decompression class at 202 Main Saturdays at 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m. Come check it out. I will be there.
Welcome. Saturday at 11.
I will be there.
I will see you then.
You know why? I have never been stretched like you stretched me out. That sounds kind of nasty, but at the gym. At the gym.
At the gym.
Yes, man.
Talking about tissue.
I was dying.
In a good way. Don't tell me
it was. No. It was a good way. If you feel sore or some sort, I think that if you're not feeling sore, something's not right. You have to be able to feel your muscle working, soreness, tissue building, etc., whatever, you know what I mean, maybe. But I was stretched in a way where I have never stretched like that before. Workout, balance myself on a medicine ball, and pull-ups, upside down. That's ridiculous. I didn't know I could do that.
You did great.
But it was amazing. So, yes, I will be at your yoga class at 11 at 202 on Saturday. I will be there.
That's 202 Main Street.
Yes, I want you guys to open up your Facebook page. Take a minute, open up your Facebook page, and make sure you put this on your calendar. Main Street Market, Conroe, Texas. New Farmers Market in downtown Conroe, Saturday, 10 to 2, beginning April 10th. So far, we have fresh produce, locally raised meat and eggs, plants and fresh flowers, macaroons, specialty jams, honey, handmade jewelry, artisan-made crafts, and more. We will also be there. Tasty Asian will be there.
All of that sounds delicious.
And this is going to be starting every Saturday after April 10th. So April 10th is the first Saturday, and after that, every Saturday. So look out for that market, farmers market, every Saturday in April. What else? Mother's Day market. Big shout out to JoJo.
And a big shout out to the mothers.
Yes, this is the Mother's Day market hosted. Hosted by the Corner Cravings. It is going to be hosted on May 1st at 9 a.m. Damn, I'm saying it wrong.
Wait.
Here, you read this.
I think you need a moment to breathe. Get your arms off the table, shaking me all around.
Okay, May 1st to the 2nd. Mother's Day market, hosted by the Corner Craving. There you go, I said it right. Address is 12460 FM 2854 in Conroe. So it's a 2-day event. We will be there. Tasty Asian will be there May 1st. Same thing. Any farmer's market, if you've been to one, it is very fun. A lot of vendors. I like going there myself. My kids love going there, buying painting, crafts, and all this jewelry stuff that's handmade. I just usually go there.
And local.
I just usually go for the food. That's it. Last week at the music festival, we spent about maybe $200 on arts. And then after that, the food. We had Creole food, and we had the crepes. It was all good.
It was all delicious.
It was all delicious. And that was fun.
They were all local.
I wouldn't say local.
What's not local?
They're from Spring, I believe. But it's okay, though. But they were good. It was good food. It was good food. But besides that, hey, go check out those marketplace right there. Other than that, what else we got?
We have the Miles for Trafficking event coming up beginning April 1st.
And you're giving away a pair of
We're
shoes?
giving away a new pair of Saucony running shoes to the first person that walks or runs 100 miles. All you got to do is go to Miles for Trafficking on Facebook and then click the sign up link. It's $5 to enter, and that's a $200 roughly pair of shoes.
So
that's
per day, if you were on a treadmill at the gym, how many miles you in a month to cover 100 miles? How many miles?
3.333333337.
So 3 miles a day.
3.5.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
And you can walk it. You can take the steps from your phone, counting your steps. Just don't throw it in with, a hamster on a wheel or
Do
anything.
sleepwalking count?
I don't see why not.
Okay, sleepwalking count. So that's what we got going on April.
Beginning April 1st and going to April 30th. And on April 30th, we have the MFT Gala. Everybody, all of the proceeds to this 100% go to Hands of Justice, here, local nonprofit for economic empowerment for trafficking survivors here locally in Conroe, Texas. Founder Becca Carey is absolutely amazing. Becca, thank you so much. Hands of Justice, thank you so much. Everybody, please, Miles for Trafficking, Facebook. The gala is on the 30th. The virtual walk and run begins the 1st. And the in-person 5K is May 1st.
We are also looking for sponsor for that event, correct?
We are also looking
So
for
if you
sponsors
guys
for that
are,
event.
if you guys would like to help sponsor the event, all the proceeds go into a great cause.
They are.
So reach out to us, Taylor, myself, YPC. Send us an email. Any contribution, any donation, anything helps.
Yeah.
Anything. So please help out.
Reach out.
Reach out. Help out.
I want to take a moment on that though. So when I'm talking about when we say economic empowerment, a lot of times you go to financial gain in your mind. But this is to provide scholarships, trade school options, school supplies for those trafficking survivors, people that are trying to obtain some form of an education, to obtain some form of a job, to get back into day-to-day life. That's what we mean by economic empowerment for these trafficking survivors. So it's a wonderful, wonderful cause, something that not every trafficking institution or nonprofit is doing. So please, if you want to know more, reach out. If you have anything that you'd like to donate to an auction for this event, for this gala, please let us know. Shoot us an email. Let us know what it is that you might have to offer. And let's get this ball rolling and let's help change some lives.
Let's change some lives. Help change some lives. I'm all about helping change some lives.
Speaking of changing lives, what's going on with city endeavors?
City endeavors, I'll tell you what, this week has been a busy, busy week for the both of us.
Busy.
I think, getting into any business, it's not easy. You're going to hit roadblocks. There's going to be bumps on the roads like what we're going through now. But you know what? I just want to say I appreciate the patience that my team has, the patience that the city councils, the city have for us. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that they are willing to work with us and our business. And I'm talking about the mobile units, They are willing to work with the mobile units and considering extending the operating hours, because right now it's only for 2 hours. So they're working on coming with a plan to extend operating hour for mobile units. And the meeting the meeting on Wednesday was an incredible, would you call it a meeting? Yeah, it was a workshop, right?
It was a workshop.
It was a workshop. It was incredible. Everybody participated. It seems like everybody was on the same page. Everybody was on the same page. You got up there and gave a speech. My daughter got up there and gave a speech.
Shout out to Kalia.
Yeah, shout out to my daughter.
17-year-old female leader.
I would say if you guys want to see the video, it is going to be posted up in the link in our Facebook page and our YouTube page. So just click on the link and it'll take you straight to the video so you guys can see what we're talking about. I would say get involved with your city too. If you want to see something change for the city, go out there and do something about it. Don't just sit there on your butt and wait for change to happen. You become the change. Things not gonna change if you keep on wishing upon it.
For those that don't know, for our city council meetings, the citizens have the first 30 minutes. You have 3 minutes to get up and address an issue of concern that you may or may not have. That's an opportunity for you to speak to our city's leaders and to be able to get some feedback on what it is that you might be passionate about, might have some concerns about, might be worried about that you might not like with certain things that are going on. And hopefully you'll be able to come out of that with some potential solutions or some routes to be able to obtain some forward motion for whatever it is that you have your heart set on. So highly encourage you to go and observe how a city council meeting works, take part in it. If you have some complaints, go, speak up. Don't talk about it behind closed doors where
Be about it.
Be about it.
Hey, what's that slogan?
What? What do you want?
Let's talk more walk.
Oh, you mean, you do real estate the Walker way with less talk and more walk.
There you go. Don't just talk about, oh, we need change, we need change.
Shout out to Lewis Walker.
Do something about it. Also,
Texas
that's the
local
only way.
partners.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not the most educated person. You know, hey, it took me 12 years to finish high school. You know, I might not be able to put things together, words, sentences, paragraph, whatever. It might not be perfect, but I know what I'm saying. And I got Taylor to write my speech for me.
I didn't write a
No,
speech.
he didn't write
I didn't
my
write
speech for
anybody's
me.
speech.
But what I'm saying is that you don't need to be educated. All you got to be is have a will to want to do something.
And a heart.
And a heart to want to do something. And stop talking about it. Start being about it. Surround yourself with the right type of people. Make sure
What's the right type of people?
people that will not fake it. Okay,
What does that mean?
There's a saying that fake it till you make it. I used to believe that. Don't fake it till you make it. You know.
Surround yourself with motivating,
Yeah.
inspirational, positive people. If you're surrounding yourself with people that complain a lot, you're not.
Yeah.
Chances are you're going to complain a lot.
Yes.
If you surround yourself with positive, upbeat, glasses half full people, chances are you're going to be one of those people too. Let the energy of the people that you surround yourself with rub off on you. I promise you're going to see all the world of difference. And it doesn't make you a bad person. If there's some things or some people that you might need to cut out of your life, it does not make you a bad person.
So
at all.
there's this one saying in the book of Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. He said that towards the end of his book, he said that find the people that just don't make withdrawals, that also make deposits in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so people that only just withdraw from you and take from you and never make a deposit, those are the people that you want to stay away from. I got that from Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. That's a great book. Go pick it up, read it. Stop being lazy. If you can't read it, listen to it.
It's an audio book.
It's an audio book. That's what I did. I ain't got time to read it.
You don't just want people that are taking and taking and taking. And you want to have a healthy balance of giving and taking in your life. You know, you only have so much energy that you can give until you're capped out. And you need people, you should have people in your life that are helping to replenish the energy that you lose.
That's right. That is right.
Well, we've got a wonderful guest coming up today.
That's
Very inspirational.
Very inspirational. Yep, guys, pretty amazing.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I'm gonna tell you
Don't
what.
do it.
Okay.
Don't spoil it.
Okay. Well.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. We got to play the whisper game.
All right, guys. We'll be back. We're taking a break right now.
We're going to be back. We're going to take a break right now. Everybody, keep a lookout for our wonderful, wonderful guest, he who shall not be named until he returns. Everybody, we'll talk to you soon.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids removed from their home because of abuse and neglect. And we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Taylor Cobion with the OC Wellness in Conroe, Texas, and I'd like to start this off with a question. What's the most important part of your health? That's right, psychology. If your mind isn't in it, then you aren't in it, and that's the biggest part of my job, increasing your drive, energy, and personal happiness. While I'm looking for people experiencing chronic disease, pain, and fatigue, the first step to helping these people, aka you, is by assessing their and your mentality. The information and marketing out there can tend to lead you down a dark rabbit hole, but you've got to remember that your mind and body are what? An original. And you are the what? The captain. Together that's original captain, and that's what the OC stands for. Do you know anyone who visits the chiropractor but still doesn't experience lasting relief? If so, please send them my way. I'm Taylor Kobian, owner of the OC Wellness, reminding you to keep your health and wellness original.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
What's going on, everybody? We are back. We have our wonderful surprise guest here today, Raymond Sullis with Braveheart Express Trucking, where the slogan is,
you can bet on us.
you can bet on us.
Every time.
Every
all the time.
What's going on, Big Chief? How's your day going?
It's going good, man. It's been a blessing. It's always a blessing to wake up and be a business owner. You get to dictate your day.
There you go. How busy was your day today?
It wasn't very busy. I actually woke up this morning, went and got some things checked on, and ran a load. And I would have did a little more, but when you messaged me, I was like, okay, I got to stop doing what I'm doing and make my way back home.
There you go.
So
And
I'm
that's
here.
awesome. So, most of you guys don't know who this gentleman is. I met this gentleman at Southern Star. He actually know my daughter. Go ahead, you tell the story.
I'm impressed, man. This guy has I hadn't seen nothing like it. Two beautiful, lovely young ladies. They're running their own business, making their own decisions, taking care of their own customers, and it's a fantastic thing because when you see it, people don't make, they don't shine lights on that. They don't shine a light on that. When I seen it, I thought it should be a light shined on it. I was just like, man, how old are y'all? And when they told me, I was like, oh my God, y'all doing such a great job. And this is like my favorite restaurant. It's ran by a 14-year-old. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, we're doing the best we can. I'm like, man, y'all doing better than the best you can. And it hit it off from there. And I was like, your father? I was like, is your father around? I'm like, who runs it? She was like, he's on the inside. So when I looked on the inside, he has a business going. He was up in there chatting, and he had friends. I was like, man, this is dope. They had the friend right here with her restaurant. They had the children. He has the shop. I was like, man, this is incredible, man. This is what being alive is all about. I feel like heaven is what you make it, and while you're here, you should make the best of it. So while you're alive, you can create heaven on earth.
Oh,
That's powerful.
I like that.
So don't wait and think, when you leave here, it may get better. Your actions define your destiny. So whatever you want in life, don't make no excuses. Dig deep and go get it. Go get it.
So that's how we met. He met the daughter. Then I met him at the brewery. He came upstairs.
You
and
refer to her as the daughter?
the daughter.
The daughter.
The daughter.
I was like, wish everybody had a daughter like that.
They are inspirational, man.
I give it up. They work very, very hard. But hey, we're not talking about her right now. We're talking about this gentleman. He came upstairs to Southern Star Brewery where I usually hang out at the weekend. He came out there, got some food, got a couple beers. We chit chat a little bit to ask him what he did, and it was like, wow, you do this. I didn't think that trucking make any money anymore. People don't make money doing trucking anymore.
They make a decent living, man.
I didn't know that. I thought it was dead. People don't make the money they used to make. I had one customer.
Were you considered an essential worker?
I would like to think so. Before I started my trucking company, I was actually working in the oil and gas industry for one of the larger refineries, and they considered us essential. But I've always felt essential, regardless of
That's
the
right.
pandemic.
Exactly.
So I would definitely say so.
I like it.
Given it is my company, I can classify myself as essential. I'm essential.
That's right. That's right. So Raymond, Big Chief, tell us what made you start your own owner-operator and not just work for a big company?
Well, Honestly, I work for a big company. And, you know, coming from where I come from a little old town in Monroe, Louisiana. I ain't have a lot of, you know, big aspirations or big dreams. I just, you know, knew I wanted to be something. And I ain't know what. So, you know, I ain't have no father figure growing up to tell me, you need to do this. So as I grew up, I had to kind of figure it out. And I ain't know what I wanted to do. I used to just ride around and, you know, wonder, you know, what could I do? And one day my wife suggested, she was like, you like to drive? You can make money driving. I was like, girl, don't nobody make no money driving. She was like, seriously, you know, you can get in one of those big rigs and dictate your day and make your own money, you know, and hold people accountable, be your own boss. And I was like, woman, you don't know what you're talking about, you know. And I thought about it, right? You know, for about 2 months. And I woke up one day, I was like, man, I'm gonna go get my CDL. And it started there. That's where it started at. And from that, I worked for people and I kind of seen the, you know, the process, the in and outs. And I think this is what happens when you work hard and trust the process. I think it's a mastery level in everything you do. So if you work hard, you're gonna grow. And this is what it led to. It led to me being my own boss.
Man, all thanks to your wife.
Yeah.
What's your wife's name?
April Sullis, boss lady.
Boss lady.
That's what I
A
call
shout
her.
out to the boss lady.
You know.
Man, so sometimes man, that's amazing that you have somebody like your wife, like my wife, that you might not have that vision, might not have that dream, until your partner said, hey, they believe in you when you don't believe in yourself, and you need that, and she kicked it on to you.
Yeah, I come from a family. My mother never bought a house. My father never bought a house. On drugs my entire life. I ain't have, like to say, the big goals. All I seen was what's in front of me. So I didn't think a dream big. She threw that on me. She influenced that and put those, you know, goals on me and you know, spoke it into existence every day. You know, we have good and bad days. And she always reminded me that these good days could outweigh the bad if you trust God and let him lead, you know. And I started doing that, man. I started listening. I started believing. And I would meet guys like yourself that would be like, man, what you do? And I would feel bad. I'd be at these heavyweight championships and be like, man, I work for somebody. And it just changed. It clicked in me. It was like, it's now or never. So in 2016, we started Braveheart Express Trucking, and we live in effect.
Touch base again. Why Braveheart?
If anybody's seen the movie or know the rapper Nas, he references the Braveheart slogan throughout the 90s. But the movie with Mel Gibson, that had a big that played a big role in my life, man. I grew up and I always felt like a leader. And watching that movie, I just felt like, you know, if I had to be remembered, that's how I want to be remembered. So growing up, I did everything Braveheart. I spray painted it on my bicycles or wrote it on my books, you know, my book bags or anything like that. And as I got older, my wife said, you know, since we're doing this, what's going to be the name? I said, Braveheart. And she said, okay. She was like, what about the slogan? And we came up with it, you know. She was like, bet, you know. I was like, BET, Braveheart Express Trucking, you know. She was like, okay, you know, well, you can bet on us. I was like, that's it. We're going to run with it. And that's always been the mind frame since I was a little boy. I always felt like I was going to do something great. I ain't know what. But I always had it in me. I always felt I had it in me. So now it's just, I feel like I'm just blossoming. I'm like one of those flowers. If you water it, you know, give it a little sunlight, you know, ain't no telling what it can do.
Man, your story reminds me of a fairy tale. You hear people talk about it all the time, you know, and it's a prime example to whoever's listening. You didn't get a head start in life. You didn't get a head start on life.
Never given anything.
Never. And where you are at in life now wouldn't be at the finish line. You're still in
No.
the process. But it shows that no matter where you start in life, that you can dictate, like you were saying, you don't have to let your past
Right.
dictate your outcome.
Right.
And it's amazing how we're able to interview individuals like yourself and hear stories that can change lives. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hear this on social media and people, paying millions of dollars to hear people speak, but we're front and center with a local, individual here in our city, in our county, that went through life and didn't have it easy. But where you are now is a lot better than where you were.
Oh,
And
most definitely.
and you can definitely help out anybody that's looking to come up. My question is, you can still make a lot of money, right?
Of course, definitely. Trucking is. I tell people all the time, like I told you, trades are the way. Not everybody's gonna want to go to school. So if you are one of those that are questioning school, give it a chance. If that's what you want to do, give it a chance. Give it a year. Give it 2 years. But don't be the individual that goes and get a 4-year degree that you never use. If you feel like you want to work now, go get you a trade. And that's not just including trucking or getting a CDL. You can go get your track hold license. You be a carpenter, HVAC tech, anything like that. It don't require a lot of money to get a trade, but you can do well for yourself getting a trade. We call those gold collar jobs. Well, you work with your hands, but you still make a great living. You have less overhead. You have no student loans. It cost me $5,000 to get my CDL. And I've had it about 9 years. And in that 9 years, I would have say I've made about $300,000 off of it, $5,000. And this will be by far my best year, because on average, typically I'll do about $70,000 a year. That's working for somebody. But you have your own truck, you work hard, sky's the limit. I run locally, and every week I'm gonna see about $2,000, $2,500, $3,500 every week. And I pay all my expenses, so I pocket, about 80% of that. So I take care of my own fuel. So if I have a run that runs to Dallas, that may pay $1,300. It may cost me $300 in fuel to get there. So in a day's worth of work, I can make $1,000. I always tell people to subtract your expenses. And that way, at the end of the year, you always in the green. So don't spend everything you get. Take your expenses out of it, and what's left, you put back. Learn how to put back and save. And after just a one-day run, you could be $1,000 up. That's with taking care of your expenses.
Raymond, do you have any kids?
Yes, sir. I have 4.
You have 4 kids. You have a wife.
Beautiful wife.
Beautiful wife, lovely wife, very intelligent wife.
Of course.
And motivational. Since starting your own company, have you been able to gain more time with your family?
Of course. This is what I'm telling you. Because when I was working for someone, I was out there in the oil field. I was gone, 3-4 months at a time working for somebody else. As a business owner, I dictate my schedule. I work when I want to work. Nobody's calling my phone to ask me, can I do this or you got to do this. It's always can you and will you, can you meet these time frames, these deadlines. And if I want to be gone 6 months, I can. That's a greater living for me because the money goes up substantially. Those runs across the country pay second to none. Those little Dallas runs, I may get a couple of those going up Nebraska, coming back. I can finish my 2 weeks at $15,000. But what I'm doing is I'm home every day. I don't miss anything. I'm there at dinner time. I'm there to make my kids breakfast in the morning. And when they're fine, I go to work. And I come back and I address them in that same manner. What you do today. Dad is home, and they love it because I'm no longer away. You know, I get to dictate everything, and the blessing about being a business owner is, if you trust the process and work hard, everything's gonna fall in place. Nobody's gonna give you anything, but if you work hard, do a great job, everything's gonna fall in place. You're gonna make the money. If I choose to make $5,000 to $8,000 a week, I can, but I don't, because family is everything to me. So I choose to be there every night. I'm there every night, 7 days a week, and I love that. And I'm still doing 8, 12, sometimes 4. I had a $14,000 a month, and I was there every day. You know, so I'm happy. You know, it's no stress to me. I'm waking up at 7. I'm leaving out the house at 9. I'm back home 8, 9 o'clock at night.
That sounds like a great business to get into. 7,
I
always
love it.
home, always home, always with the kids,
love
making
it.
breakfast. What would you say if I want to get into trucking? I want to have my own truck. What is the first process I need to go through? Particular truck. What do I need to go to?
I would tell anyone, go get your CDL, get some experience, go work for somebody. Don't just come out here and think it's going to be easy unless you have a substantial amount of income where you can put people in trucks. But even still, you want to go out there and know some stuff. That way you can know what you're looking for when you hire certain guys. It's a very, very lucrative industry, but you can get yourself in a situation where your operator or you not knowing what's all out there, what to do, you can hurt somebody, and that could tear down a company just as fast as you building it up. So I would tell somebody, definitely gain some experience, and when you're ready, it may be a year. I got friends that became owner-operators 6 months after getting their CDL. But I would tell anybody, go out there and see, you know, what you like and the do's and the don'ts, and when you're ready, it's going to be here. This industry is not going anywhere, so you don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush anything. It's just like the NBA is going to be here. So whenever you're ready, you know, it's ready for you.
Yeah. What is your most memorable moment starting your own business?
Delivering my first load. I went to the port not knowing what to do. I've never been in the port before, and nobody told me what to do. But boss lady had printed me out some maps of the terminal and told me to pay attention and read these. And I did, you know, sitting at the port. And when I grabbed my first load, it paid about $300 going about 25, 30 miles.
Was that profit?
Yes, sir. It was going there and back. It paid about $300, and you can get about 5 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those in a day, depending on how you run. But I'll never forget that feeling of, man, I just made $350 when I used to make that in 12 hours. I made it in 2 hours, you know, and I ran back to the port and got another one. That was a big day for me, because I felt like everything that I was working for in life, it was gonna pay off. It was at that point where I knew if I trusted the process and worked hard, took my time, did the right thing, sky's the limit for me. The goal, I tell my wife all the time, my quota is only 1 of those a day, right? $500 a day. Anything over that is bonus. You know, we can do whatever we want with it. And on a day, you can get 2 or 3 of those in a day. Most days I can get 2 or 3 of those. So just how you push yourself, how you pace yourself. You know, what do you want? So that's me. Another guy may be like, I want to run the road. Well, run the road. Run the road, man. Go get it. You know, it's out there. Most guys running the road gonna see between $4,000 and $8,000. If they're owner operators, not working for somebody, because most guys that work for somebody may make $2,000 to $4,000 a week, but owning their own truck, they may make $4,000 to about $8,000, sometimes more, depending on if you hauling reefer or flat, whatever's paying the most at the moment, most likely will be reefer. So if you get a good reefer run and you running reefers, you could do $4,000, $8,000, you know, $10,000 a week, easy. It's easy.
Man, that sounds like good income to me.
Anybody will tell you, man, you get you You get you a good dispatcher, or you running for yourself, or you teaching your wife to dispatch, depending on what you're doing. You might get a flatbed run, hauling pipe or something that may pay, $6,000 a week for a few runs. It's on you to go get it.
For those that are listening at home, hearing you say reefer.
Reefer, yes, sir. That's a refrigerator truck. That's a refrigerated trailer that HEB, any of these super grocery stores use to put their foods in, and it keeps them cold.
So they pay the most.
Those pay extremely well.
I'm thinking like fuel is more the more dangerous the load, the more money you make from it.
Well, typically fuel pays well too. Honestly, if you own your bulk trailer and you hauling it and everything, it pays well, but it doesn't pay the same if you're a company driver, because most company drivers working for these people that are out here doing the hard work make $20, $25, $30 an hour, and they working 10, 12 hours a day.
So is there any benefit besides the experience working for a company than working for yourself?
Well, working for yourself, you get you you get to dictate the money. So I believe in eating on the back end. That's something I learned from listening to guys like Nip. You got to choose in business whether you want to, and you guys know this, whether you want to make the money up front or you want to make it on the back end. So when you pay for your expenses, you can kind of manage it how you want to see it, at that moment, or you can take care of everything, and when everything comes in, you can get it later. So I just choose to live like that. So I don't even look at what I'm putting in my truck a week. All I want to know is what revenue am I doing, And my wife tell me, you on par, she'd be like, well, you'll make, $1,500 plus. That's all I want to hear. If it was $5, all I want to hear, because most businesses fail in the first year, Then you think about the percentages every 5 years of businesses failing. I just want to be, up and in the green. That's my biggest concern.
So she's your dispatcher, I'm assuming, right?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. My wife is my bookkeeper. She handles my bookkeeping. She's on top of the money. She sees everything, the expenses.
My wife does that too.
Right, and they be very good at it, and we listen to them. I got somebody to handle the dispatching part of it. All I got to do is get up and run.
How expensive is it to maintain your own truck, and how often does it break down?
Mine, when I first got it, it's gonna happen. You asked me earlier, what would I tell guys that were looking to get their own trucks? I would tell guys to research the hell out of it, honestly, because guys will sell you anything. Now, that machine up there, I paid $40,000 for it. Don't look like much, but I made sure those tires that are on it, most sets of tires that you can get, not retreads, we talking about new virgin rubber, cost you anywhere from $4,000 to about $7,000.
And this is all the tires, right?
This is all the tires. This 10 tires. Those front tires are your most expensive tires. Your steer tire is going to be anywhere from $700 to about $1,200 a tire. I made sure the first thing I did was put new virgin rubber on there all around. That'll last you. New tires may last you, depending on how you run it, 2.5 to maybe 5 years. So that's not an expense. So after you detail that thing, the motor, I have a D13 in mine. Most guys want a D15. It's just your preference. Most guys want a Peterbilt. I chose a Freightliner because to buy an old truck, Freightliner in Houston was the only truck manufacturer that was offering a warranty on your used truck.
Oh.
So I thought, the day I get this truck, if this truck break down, I don't want to have the hassle of coming out my pocket with this added expense. So I paid about $8,000 out of my pocket to pay for a warranty that'll last me 3 years, and it was the best decision I ever made. I put a $40,000 load on there, a 40,000-pound load on there, and I was running to Dallas, and the turbo went out. I took it to Freightliner. They gave me an $8,000, I think it was like $6,000 to $7,000 bill, And they gave my keys and told me, thank you, everything's been taken care of, have a blessed day. Oh, wow. And I was like, man, you serious? He was like, that's what the warranty's for. You got $35,000 in repairs for this truck over 3 years. The one box system on there goes down, it's 15, 20, 30,000. So you have to think, taking all of this as you're buying a truck, and you have to research and be diligent. You just can't go to a truck and be like, man, this truck runs and sounds good. The truck sound like anything till you put a load under and get ready to go somewhere. You put that stress on it, and it's gonna tell you what it can do. And the first, 2-3 months I had my truck, it stayed in the shop, getting little stuff here and little stuff there. And I ain't seen the shop now about 6 months, and I'm thankful because it just needed to be ran. I chose a good truck, and I've only used my warranty about 3 times. And in those 3 times, it's totaled up to about $10,000 that I hadn't seen because I went through a reputable company in Freightliner down there in Houston, Select Truck. They sold me a good machine that was warranted. So for the next 2.5-3 years, it's warranted. And I got 300,000 miles on it to use. And since I've, purchased it, I've only put about 30,000 on there. So I feel confident knowing that going into the 3 years, I only, invested 3 years in my truck. So in 3 years and about 30, I'm gonna say about 29 months, I own it outright. So you have to think, I didn't go buy a truck while I be paying on it 4 or 5 years. I only did a 3-year loan on it. I had a goal in mind in 2 years, 2.5 years, I want to have my truck paid off. And everything after that is complete profit.
So when you go make a load, what's the percentage you take out for maintenance? How much do you take out for maintenance, your percentage? Say if you make $1,000, what would you take out for your expense for maintenance, just in case something like that happened?
Typically, if I make, $3,000 in a week on average, this is me now, everybody's not gonna do this. I typically pay myself a third of that. Because I'm thinking long term.
We do the same. What's when you started this company, was it instant success?
No, sir.
What were some of the struggles that you saw in the beginning?
You're gonna get bull crap dispatches. You're gonna get people to lie to you about rates. You're gonna run into all type of problems with the truck. You not knowing the truck. It takes you a long time to learn these trucks.
Did you ever get discouraged?
Oh, of course.
How'd you get through that?
I have friends that own operators. I have a wife and I have my children. When you look at them, you can't quit.
Now, those are some true words. It sounds like this is a very lucrative business. It sounds like
it is, man.
It's
it is.
the benefits outside of the financial status, the time with the family, the dreams that you've accomplished. You're paving the way not just for the family that you have currently, but it sounds like for family for generations.
And that's the goal, because I'm teaching mine just like Mr. saying over here. You're going to step out in the real world with ownership. When my boys, they're 2 now, but one day they're going to wake up and I'm going to show them the ins and the outs. So one day they may wake up and they already have ownership in something. All I want my children to do is know they're never going to start out here in an unlevel playing field. It's going to be even, or when they step out for the real world, like his children, they're going to be a step above everybody else, because I'm going to give them that. And hopefully they'll give their children that. And we'll create that generational type prosperity moving forward.
I love it. So before we sign off here today, if there's anybody that does listen or that hears your story that wants to reach out to you for potential work opportunities or for any advice, how can they get a hold of you?
I'm not on social media.
You got a company website, company phone number?
No, sir. I got a company phone number. It's 323-430-0721. That's Braveheart. I don't have all the answers, but I know this. With proper research, I know someone that does. So if you're wanting to get in trucking, don't be discouraged. This is coming from somebody with a high school education. I didn't go to college. I don't have I wouldn't say I'm the most intelligent guy in every room I go in, but if I can do it, you can do it. It's just what you want to do. If this is what you want to do, you can get into it and do well. You can do better than I. I choose to be home every day. You don't have to be home every day. I met some 17 and 18-year-olds that want to run the country. So while you're young, sky's the limit for you. Go make all the money you want to make. But if this is the industry for you and you want to grow and see the country, because this allows you to see the country, to understand what's out there other than your town or area, you know, trucking is the way to go.
Raymond, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you on here today. It was an honor to get to hear your story. And again, shout out to the boss lady. Thank you as well.
Thank you, Queen. And I would like to say thank you for giving me such a beautiful family. And I love you more than you'll ever know. You got my soul, Queen. Peace.
There you go.
Everybody, thank you so much. Tune in again next week. Thank you, Raymond. Have a good night.